Well, ladies and gents, we are out at Fern Lake Trail Head. It is literally like 4:20 a.m. Y'all saw the clip. We got up at 3:45 a.m. And we are about to hike and fish for 12 hours. I think that would be the longest I've ever been out on the water fishing. And we're gonna be fishing Fern Lake, Odessa Lake, the Big Thompson River, a big creek system. We're gonna be fishing like 10 lakes, a river, and a creek for 12 hours. And we're gonna be hiking over 10 miles and we're starting in the pitch black. There's bears out here, there's mountain lions, there's moose. I know y'all probably can't see it too well, but there's a full-blown mountain to our left and right. You guys will see it later.
Almost like a U-turn.
Unlike the pool, it's hard to tell. Is that it right there? Because that's another trail leads up and we went point like that. Okay, so we just made it to about the halfway mark to Fern Lake, and at about 1.7 miles is a place called The Pool. And it's a waterfall with a really deep pool off a crazy bridge. Obviously you can't see too good right now, but I'm gonna fish it for a second. I don't want y'all thinking we'll be in the dark all day. By the time we get near Fern Lake, it'll be completely light. That's the rock cropping, that's the waterfall, and that's the pool. It's gonna be pretty hard to fish in the dark. I don't know how we land a fish, but we're gonna pitch a couple rooster tails out there for fun. This is pretty crazy. That is I'm 99% sure that's bear crap, but the view, I mean, look, I'll show y'all. This is what we're looking at. Trees, grass, rocks. Nobody out here. I mean, we've not seen a human yet. There's a couple cars at the parking lot here, but a 12-mile round trip, nobody's really gonna do that. 1,800 feet in elevation gain. That's like going up a small mountain, so we're gonna keep pushing forward, keep going, and hopefully get to fish. There's Orion's Belt. Man, that's beautiful. You can barely see the silhouette of the mountain. That, you guys, is probably, what, 1,000 foot, maybe taller? Mountain right next to us. Look at the stars, though. There's the North Star. Looks like sunlight maybe just starting to come up. Still only like 5:20 a.m. Pretty insane. Okay, y'all can probably still barely see me, but you can see the sun is just starting to come up. Can't point, over there. We are on a bridge right now, over the river. And my dad right there, barely see him. River's right there. We almost, I think I got something on camera. I will give my dad credit. We both somehow walked right by a sign that told us where to go, to Fern Lake. We both walked right by it, and like probably a couple hundred yards, my dad was like, this doesn't feel right. So we walked back, and we were going the complete wrong way. We would have been totally off track. But we're back on track now. This is beautiful. No, not really. Y'all, it's close to being able to see for everybody though. Sun's just coming up. Now right there, just a couple hours into the hiking trip without even fishing yet, really. It's all worth it to see that. Mountain, sunrise, silhouette of the mountains over here. That's incredible. Just about done using the headlamps. Go catch up my dad here. Still, just look at that sunset or sunrise behind me. That's beautiful. Still very, very fortunate that my dad had a weird feeling that something was off, or else we would be completely off track. Would not even be fishing all the lakes we're gonna fish. We're fishing Fern Lake, Odessa Lake. We're gonna end near Bear Lake, which is a little bit more public, so the fishing probably won't be as good, but we're gonna try and fish it. Never know. But Fern Lake here is one of the furthest lakes you can hike to on a trail. There's a couple. I think there's Lawn Lake and Gibson Lake might be about the same, a little further. And there's a couple that don't even have trails. You have to bushwhack to them. But we're gonna be at a really remote part of Rocky Mountain National Park. Pretty winded up here. I don't get too winded typically, We're hiking a long way. We're hiking straight up a cliff, and it is way above the altitude. If y'all don't know, we live in South Texas, so a little bit different game. But keep climbing, try and get to the lake. Beautiful sunrise behind me. And there we go. First, I would say real daylight. Look at that. It's so gorgeous back there. We're on the grind right now, I'll tell you that much. This is what we are currently hiking up. I mean, we're literally hiking up a mountain. I was telling my dad I was gonna go. I didn't understand how you could hike up 1,800 feet, you know, an elevation change. Makes sense now. This is brutal, but it's just so incredibly beautiful. It's hard to even think about anything else. This is amazing. How about that? First big waterfall ever featured on Hudson's Fishing Adventures. We're at the falls right now. Look at this. What do you have to say, Dad? We're taking turns carrying the backpack. The backpack probably weighs 20-30 pounds. I will say though, he's carried it much further than I have. I've offered to help, but this is incredible. We gotta be getting within a mile, maybe half a mile of Fern Lake. Biggest adventure we've ever been on. Hope y'all enjoy it. Hope y'all stay tuned. I know it's a long video, but really appreciate it if y'all watch the whole thing. This is incredible. Sunrise over there too, you see it. Peeking through the mountains, baby, this is awesome. And that's the switchback we just went on. Fern Falls, Fern Lake. So look, we hiked all of this and it's right there. We're getting close, you guys. Check this out. Never mind. Look at this, it's pretty cool. Got that beautiful view behind us. This is a map here. So I don't know how good y'all can see it, but we started, where did we start? We started right here. We hiked all the way up here to the pool. That's where we filmed in the night, or the dark. Then we made it all the way up here. That's Fern Falls. That's where we're at right now. And then we have a little ways to go to Fern Lake. And then look at all the lakes that we have to fish. We have Spruce Lake, Marguerite, I don't even know how to say that, Falls, Fern Lake, Odessa Lake, Grace Falls, Two Rivers Lake. Looks like another something there. We're closer than I thought. I thought the black dots were the lake. I'm hallucinating up here in the thin air. Those are Sharpies I put on like 2 hours ago, little dots on our trail, just so we don't get lost. So we're really close to Fern Lake. Let's go. Shout out to a couple of my buddies, Oliver Kester in Florida, Ryan Villa, Landon Cobb, Trevor Cobb. I know they watch all my videos. I really appreciate that. Pretty cool, isn't it? This is crazy. Not a bad view.
Pretty nice.
This is insane. Rocky Mountain National Park, baby. Long hike, but I'd say it's worth it so far. Way worth it. So you can see right here, this tree next to me. I don't know if I'm peeling any of that off. That bark is all burnt. The tree actually appears to be a little bit alive in the middle, but I believe it was 2020. They had a fire in here, a wildfire. I don't know what caused it, but look, all these trees are burnt. So it'll be pretty interesting today because we're gonna be hiking all the way by Fern Lake, which we're about to be to, which is where this wildfire happened in 2020, like I said, I believe. But then we're also gonna hike all the way to lakes where there wasn't a wildfire. So there's beautiful trees. So it'll be interesting to see the different kind of landscape and terrain and everything. Pretty crazy though, there's trees like that burnt. Well, beautiful sun back there. Currently, about an hour and a half in of just intense hiking. So one interesting thing I was just telling my dad about is we watched a couple videos, not necessarily to this specific lake, lakes that were actually closer of a hike before we came here. And I understand it's tough to show how hard it is, and especially if you want to keep your video shorter. So that's why this video is gonna be longer, because this is the real adventure. I really want to show y'all how tough this is. I mean, I'm not, and I consider myself pretty like, I mean, somewhat athletic, you know. I ride my bike a lot at home. I actually hike a lot around Texas, around rivers and stuff. Whole different ball game here. I'm sure if you live here or if you do it a lot, you get really acclimated to the altitude and the cardiovascular side of it. But it's definitely pretty intense. Pretty crazy though. It's a little sketchy. A couple places like this, I mean, you wouldn't make it, you wouldn't tumble all the way to the bottom. But if you slip off right here, yeah, my dad said he would. If you slip off right here, you're not doing too good. So my dad thinks that he would tumble over the bottom because he would have no power to stop. Pretty crazy though. I sure hope we're closing in on the next waterfall set. It's called like Margarado or something falls. Then we should be near Fern Lake and Spruce Lake. Which one we're gonna go fish, or we may fish both.
Near the end, though, we're
far.
near the end.
Yeah, if we're not near the end. And then though, I will tell you what, it sounds like a waterfall all of a sudden. Well, we have been hiking for about 2 hours now, maybe an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, 2 hours. Over 2 hours, jeez. My brain didn't work. It's a cool cave, got burnt by the rocks. And we're finally making it. We're so high, by the way. It is like September 3rd, September 4th, sorry. Just after August. This is the hottest season, really, basically, in August or September. Oh, we got signs, but anyways, hallucinating. So there's still snow up here in the hottest months, which is crazy. We're up in the snow almost. It's getting really cold. Oh, oh, oh. Fern Lake. Oh. I think we're here at Fern Lake. I sure hope. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, my gosh. There's one guy out there. Oh, he's not even fishing. One guy over there to the left. Look at the creek.
So let's start this way. And look, you know what?
We made it to the top. This is more gorgeous than I could have ever imagined. I'm gonna get right into fishing. I can't wait. We've been hiking for 2.5 hours of fishing. Rocks straight off. Y'all, I'm flipping rocks right now. We're gonna tie on a fly. I don't think I'd pick him up. Looks like he's got stingers, but there's a crazy little bug. This is the one, it's called Match the Hatch. One of the best ways you can find out what fly to throw is just flip a couple rocks, see what's in here. And literally the first rock I flipped had a crazy look. It actually looks similar to a little black leech, which is interesting. Got it. Oh! Dad. Oh my gosh. Question is, how the heck are we gonna get back? I'm gonna flip this guy, I think, if I can. Oh, it's a brook trout! I think it's a brook. I'm not positive. Yeah, it's pretty stupid coming out here. This log is so incredibly slippery. I somehow didn't notice it the first time. Let's attempt to land this fish here. As we get back, go put on the waders, you guys, and come back. it's just, oh. I think he's still on. Sure hope. Holy conundrum. Oh. Okay, here we go. There's trout. Oh! What? I don't know. Oh, my beautiful fish. Look at that trout, you guys. That right there is a cutthroat, I believe. First trout. Oh, there he goes, on the mountains. Got him. Oh my gosh. All the other trout are following him. Oh God, he got me hung up. There we go. Look at that cutthroat trout. Look at that trout. I would like to get lower to release them a little bit gently, but I cannot. I mean, I will fall. Oh God, I didn't realize we were so close to that tree. I will fall in the water right now if I get any closer. Got another one. See if we can't flip this guy. I can't net. I'm so. Oh my God, it's a beautiful trout. Don't break. Don't. Dog came off. How did that happen? I thought he totally 100% broke off and I somehow got my fly. That's a miracle. You guys, just put on the waders here. And we already caught a little cutthroat. Look at that fish. Colors on it are unreal. That was first cast in the waders here. We are on. We are on. Ladies and gents, we are on. What a beautiful little fish here. Oh my gosh, these cutthroats are so gorgeous. These might be cut bows. I think these might be cut bows, which is a hybrid of a cutthroat and a rainbow. Oh, there the guy goes. Wow, such a pretty fish. I cannot believe there are ducks up here. It is so cold. It's pretty crazy actually that a duck can live up here. Good try. Oh my gosh. Best one yet, best one yet. Look at this trout. Oh, you guys, That is a really nice cutthroat. Really nice cutthroat. Biggest trout of the day by far. Already came on. Oh no, I didn't. Thought he already popped off. What a beautiful fish. He's coming right to you. Oh, we gotta be quiet, you guys. Biggest trout of the trip though. They're so active right now. We're catching them on flies and rooster tails.
One foot off, that's a deduction.
Holy, he's cold. That was awesome. I caught a ton of trout right there. All beautiful little cutthroats. They might have been, a couple of them might have been cut bows, like cutthroat rainbow trout hybrid. Good to go. I broke off my fly on a log, so I'm gonna go town another fly and get back to it. Came out pretty far in the middle of the lake, trying to get, oh, there we go. Trying to cast on the other side of the shelf. There we go. First cast on the other side of the shelf. Might be better fish. I haven't seen him yet, it's such a glare. About the same. I don't know, it's way bigger. That was the same size for some reason. Already came unhooked. It's the beauty of these single hooks. What an incredible fish. First cast. Yeah, that guy's sitting right off the drop off. We are on. This guy's fighting good. Oh man, it's a good cutthroat. Really good, pretty cutthroat. Oh, we missed him. We missed him. We got him. Whoa, about to fall off the rock I'm sitting on. There we go. Well, we're gonna fish Fern Lake for a couple more minutes and a couple little points. That about wraps up Fern Lake. That was so beautiful. Not only is it so beautiful, but we did really good fishing wise. Probably caught 20 little cutthroat and cut bow trout. Look at that view though, y'all. This is insane. We're about to start hiking again and make it to Odessa Lake, the next lake we're gonna be fishing. This is so crazy, y'all. Look at that. That is snow up there, by the way. On the I don't know if y'all can see it. On the very peaks of those mountains, the snow. This is crazy. Gonna try and fish this little cove, and then we're out of here, out of Fern Lake, on the way to Odessa Lake. Odessa Lake. I don't know how I say it. Just like 45 minutes ago, we were all the way down there. We've probably gone up 150, 200 feet already in elevation. It's crazy, but it's beautiful. Right now we got a freaking cliff edge to our right, so you don't want to mess up and trip that way. That would be a Debbie Downer on the day. So, well, got a long way to go, but this is just crazy. I like literally can't drum up the words to express how beautiful this is. Like, out there it's full-blown rock mountain. Then you have logs and oak tree, or not oak trees, sorry, pine trees and stuff falling down that were burnt in the wildfire in 2020. Then you have trees that are starting to grow back, and then you also have a raging waterfall river. This is crazy.
Let's keep going.
Keep going. One thing I don't understand is like this trail. Like, look, somebody made these rock things. These rock things are not natural. You see on the side, like they're placed. Who did that? But shout out to you. Mom. That is where we were, by the way. Fern Lake. Well, my advice here is don't fall. You would not want to fall there. Hiking up the mountain, to the top we go. This is cold. Even though it's September, there's still snow. I want to catch a fish on the top of the mountain. Yes, it is hard to climb it, but you will not catch me pouting. I'm not gonna put that in the video. Oh my gosh! Look at this trout. Wow. I don't even know what that is. I guess I think it's just a native cutthroat. There you go, buddy. He's sitting right there. Oh my gosh. Beautiful trout.
Check this out. Big trout, Dad. You got the net?
Nope.
You need to go put on a waiter.
Oh my gosh, Dad.
Over here.
Look at that
Put
trout.
him right.
Oh. my gosh, first cast in this lake. What? I landed it without a net too. Fern Lake was incredible, and don't get me wrong, it was. But this lake is seriously even prettier. I mean, there's mountains with snow in the background, and it's September. Oh my gosh. They like this rooster tail. There we go. Oh, oh yes, big fish, big fish. Big cutthroat. Big cutthroat, big cutthroat. Let's go. Let's go, you guys. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of this cutthroat. Oh, there we go. There we go. That feels good. Oh my gosh, it's another good trout. Oh my gosh. Look at these trout we are catching. They're so much bigger. What a pretty trout. Oh my gosh, 2 in a row. 2 in a row? Oh my gosh, it is another good trout. This is so insane. I guess we found a lure they like, that's for sure. Pattern. Another gorgeous trout. It is crazy, you guys, by the way, this water, I mean, obviously, I'm sure you can assume so, but this water is so cold that I can barely feel my legs, and I'm in thermal waders. I'm a pretty good caster and stuff, but I don't know. There we go. Trout on. I know. Let's go. A little bit smaller one. Still a good trout. Sometimes the smaller ones actually have. Oh, look at this. I think that's a cut bow, you guys. See how it has the same gill markings as a cutthroat, but then it has this really vibrant pink stripe. If I'm correct, I'm not positive, that is a cut bow, which is a cutthroat and a rainbow mixed. Might be the first one of those we've caught all trip. I'm not positive, like I said, but pretty sure. There we go. Feels better. Oh my gosh, this is a pretty fish. Oh my gosh. This is a pretty fish. This might be the prettiest trout we've caught yet. Look. Get him untangled here at that trout. Barely hooked. Oh my gosh. This is so crazy, man, you guys. All that time hiking, I was doubting if it was gonna be worth it fishing. Like I said, it was probably worth it just for the views. But the whole time I was like, is the fishing actually gonna be good, you know? Oh, I just got hit again. And it just shows you for, you know, if you put in the effort that nobody else is willing to put in, you're all gonna have very different results, very different outcome. And it's gonna be very much better. And I mean, we could go right now for free and walk up to Estes Park Lake and fish that giant 2,200 acre lake or whatever, how big it is. But we decided to hike all the way up and just have faith that there was gonna be some good fishing, and holy moly, is it incredible fishing or what? Pretty cold right now. I think, I mean, obviously I know this is how it works, but like seriously, it is getting colder as we hike up further. And there's a, oh yeah. And there's a big chilling breeze right now. Little guy. Beautiful little trout. Well, y'all, caught a ton of really big cutthroat trout there. Cut bows, all sorts of trout. Look at the view behind me. We had snow up on those mountains. And by the way, we're about to head up there. We're heading to the next lake, which is called Two Rivers Lake. It is a cool lake at the very top of the mountain. This is gonna be so crazy. Caught a ton of fish there. I am about to fall over frozen. I'm so cold right now. The waders are so cold. My arms and my hands and my feet are so cold. Then head back, pack up, head on to the next lake, Two Rivers Lake. Odessa Lake, huge success. Goodbye, beautiful Odessa Lake. It was very good to us. Caught a lot of fish there, and the biggest cutthroat, personal best cutthroat. That was crazy. Get a fish the way back now on this beautiful stream coming out of Odessa Lake. You can't catch some fish there. We left Odessa Lake, did some fishing in that creek, caught a couple trout. Missed a pretty cool big one, the same one I missed earlier. Currently, we're hiking up a crazy elevation change, going even higher to get to a small lake that's actually doesn't even show up on some of the maps, but I believe it's called Two Rivers Lake. And it's apparently pretty small, but it is gonna be the most remote lake we've fished yet. I mean, in both the lakes we fished so far are ridiculously remote. This one's gonna be even more remote. Very few people want to make the trek up to this lake. We're crazy, so we're doing it. So gorgeous. Look at this. That's, first of all, that's the lake we were just down at. About 100 feet below us, but look at that. That white stuff up there, by the way, I think y'all can see that. That is snow. I mentioned that a couple times, but just so weird to me that like there's snow still this time of year. It's pretty cool because right about the time that it gets hot enough to where the last bit of snow is melting up here in like Colorado and North New Mexico and stuff. So like early September is right about the time when it starts getting close to no snow left because it all melted. Well, then mid-September is when the first snow starts again. It's just like a cycle. There's always pretty much snow up there. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It's getting chilly too, really cold. So we're all kind of geared back up in our warm gear. My dad's got the backpack right now. I got the rods. We're kind of switching back and forth. Pretty crazy though. Keep on hiking. All we can do. Well, that's not a bad view. Look at that peak up there. It's pretty crazy. That's the lake we're at down there. And by the way, I don't even want to get too close. You do not want to fall off that. It's about a 60-foot drop to bedrock. See, even right here, it's pretty steep. I don't know if you'd stop if you got momentum going down that thing. Well, if we don't make it back, somebody finds this GoPro. Our legs officially gave out and we rolled down the mountain. This is brutal hike. We've talked, I can't even bring this up without getting mad or laughing. We have talked to multiple locals and they're all coming from that way. And well, we're going up that way. And we're like, kind of thinking like, why are they going that way? Well, finally we talked to somebody and they go, well, if you go the way we came, it's all downhill. We've been hiking uphill the entire time. And you could, for instance, we put in to Fern Lake first, Fern Lake Trail Head, and then we're hiking all the way to Bear Lake. If we did it the opposite, put in at Bear Lake and went down to Fern Lake, it would have been all all been downhill. So, inexperience of this trail system caught us there. But either way, we're still hiking. Check this out, y'all. I don't know what causes this, maybe just over time rock slides and stuff, but some huge boulders next to us right here. It's pretty cool. First terrain we've seen like that really yet today. We're hiking on the craziest trail you've ever seen. We saw one other group walking, a couple, but they were legitimately only like 400 yards ahead of us and they looked like ants. That is how much elevation we were going up. Look at that. That's pretty cool. We are not giving up though. Hudson's Fishing Adventures. It is about fishing and adventures. Pretty self-explanatory, but look at that view, y'all. I've never seen anything like that, ever. Look, that's where we were. I'm fishing all the way down that. You guys, I just now realized that is where we were like 45 minutes ago. That actually doesn't even make sense that we got up here. I feel like it should take 8 days to get up here. I did not think we would do that right there. That creeps the crap out of me. It's a bear cave if I've ever seen one. One goal right now. Don't fall. I'm hoping we're close to the last lake we were trying to fish, which is Two Rivers Lake. Not the last lake, sorry, the next one. But, and it's apparently a smaller lake, but like I said earlier, nobody's coming out to this lake. So if there's fish in there, it should be good fishing. I mean, this is legitimately the pace we've been walking at. Because you just, so uphill, so much elevation gain, so tiring, but you also go. Yeah, that wouldn't be great. Yeah, you're dead. Oh man, you guys. We found the final lake. The final lake isn't even marked, which is pretty interesting. Look at this stream. I think this leads up to it. Highest elevation lake we will have fished today and I have ever fished. Oh my God. Look at this, you guys. Look at that lake. Off the maps, I mean it's on the map, but off the trails. Well, I bet you there's some fish in here. Looks a little shallower, but it's really clear like the rest. So I'm gonna go fish it for a little bit. See if we can't catch something.
Is there a place to sit?
Kale, I just changed out of the waders because we've got a long hike ahead of us and it's getting a little bit warmer. It's still a little chilly, but not bad. When that sun comes out, like right now, it gets decently warm. So I went ahead and put on some shorts and my dad is completely exhausted. I am very exhausted. And I keep saying that. My brain is literally hallucinating from lack of oxygen. But we're gonna continue the hike. I think there's another creek in another lake to fish. I'm not positive though, I admit that. Gonna keep going though. I just wanted to go ahead and turn on the camera. It was my dad's idea to show y'all that this is really true what this is like. You know, I'm not editing this video to make it look like it was a magical time. Obviously it is. It's incredible. I would do this 10 times over 10. However, it's pretty brutal hike and all that stuff to get up to the mountain or the lakes. Go to the mountain. I mean, we've gained, think about this, you guys, 1,800 feet. I honestly think it feels like we've gained a lot more. I'm gonna re-look at it, make sure I'm not lower than we actually are, but we've gained at least 1,800 feet in elevation in just a couple of miles, which is pretty crazy. And by the end of it, we're gonna have walked like 10 miles up a mountain. It's pretty insane, but go ahead and pack up the gear, roll up the waders, get everything suited up. I'm gonna go ahead and put up my fly rod. We are gonna keep the spinning rods out though, and get moving. I'm so tired I can't even think of what to say anymore. And have a little fruit snack, of course. Gotta stay energized. How about that? It's pretty crazy that we were like, I mean, obviously not at the top of that, but we were almost up that.
We were almost up it.
That over there, we were up. I mean, wow, this is beautiful in here. We finally hit a stretch that's downhill. I would definitely recommend, if you guys do this, the old Hudson's Fishing Adventures loop, where you go fish Fern Lake, Big Thompson River, all the creeks in between, Fern Falls, Odessa Lake, all those and Bear Lake, all those lakes. I would recommend you start at Bear Lake and hike and finish around Fern Lake, because we messed up. We started at Fern Lake and are going to Bear Lake, and we estimate we're like 5/7 uphill, 2/7 downhill, whereas it could have been opposite if we started at Bear Lake. So just a little tip for y'all. We learn for next time. Hopefully we'll come back here one day in a couple of years or something, and we'll know for sure. But beautiful walk right now. It's kind of different looking terrain, not up in the, I mean, obviously we're still up in the mountains, but not on the top of a freaking mountain. We're just kind of walking in a cool little valley. There's a little trickling creek over there. Bunch of really green, what are they? I mean, they're pine trees, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's pine cones.
Yeah,
I think these are just normal pine trees. I'm not positive. We don't have too many of these in South Texas. But I'm making progress. I think we got a couple more lakes to fish too. We're looking at the map. There's actually a couple more than we thought we could fish today. So looking forward to that. Keep the adventure going. It's beautiful out here.
this is the uphill for them.
Tell you what, it feels good downhill. Okay, little update, still hiking. Look at this, how beautiful is this though? It's funny how, like, obviously, once again, we're still on the mountain and up in the really high elevation, but like the difference of terrain of the rocks on top of the mountain to like this beautiful tree line. This is right about where that fire in 2020 stopped. So all day we've been kind of hiking through those dead, burnt trees. But you can just see that these are giant, healthy, thriving trees. It's pretty awesome. Still surprised we haven't seen a bear or even like an animal really today. I've seen a couple that look like chipmunks. They may be chipmunks. And then these weird looking animals that look like a chinchilla to me. I don't know if those can live out here, but weird looking animals. Try to get footage of them, but they kept hopping away. Seen a bunch of cool looking birds. I think I saw a bald eagle. Obviously a lot of fish, but no elk or bears or anything like that. Which I was kind of hoping we'd see something like that. But we did see some elk, you know, the other day pulling in. Got cool footage of all that. But we're making the trek downhill. And then I think we're either gonna fish, we may fish all of them, but we're either gonna fish Bear Lake, Dream Lake, I forgot what the other one's called, but it starts with an H. I think it's like Hayecha or something, I don't know. But Haya or something weird. But we're on the move, trekking down the mountain. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my. Gotcha. My dad's noticed this, makes sense. So those see this mountain right here, obviously this big mountain, the bottom of that is where we got in today at Trailhead. So we on the other side of that. Yeah, on the other side of it. So we walked all the way around this mountain, up the side of it, on top of it, and then all the way through here. And I know that motion with the fishing rod looked very short. It was not short. It was a very long ride. I actually see a pond way out there, and it might be Bear Lake. I'm not positive.
10 hours right now.
Ladies and gents, the final stretch. We passed a sign probably, I don't know, a little while ago, a couple hundred yards ago that said 0.4, not 0.04, 0.4 miles to Bear Lake. I believe our final destination. We may actually try and squeeze in one more lake like I was talking about earlier. Cool air coming through. I'm in shorts still. It actually feels pretty perfect because I've been hot after hiking, and the cool weather just kind of brings your body temp down perfectly. It's pretty crazy. You can see those mountains up there with snow on top. We were literally almost level with the peaks of those just a couple of hours ago, which is just insane. This lake is supposed to be more, well, it's very easy to access, so I'm assuming there's gonna be a lot more people fishing it, so I'm sure it'll be more pressured. However, there's not many people on this trail. We saw one group, that's it. So maybe there won't be too many people, and we'll still get on the lake. So far, all 3 of the lakes we fished, all the creeks, all the rivers, everything, we've had completely to ourselves, which is pretty crazy. Look at this, some different looking trees too. Beautiful. It's pretty crazy. Keep the hike on. Well, good news and bad news. Good news is we're about to head to Nymph Lake and Dream Lake, a couple really cool lakes that look really good on the map. Unfortunate news is Bear Lake, we made it to it. It looks beautiful. It's actually closed for fishing, and I'm not exactly sure why. We kind of walked around the water looking. There was only one sign we saw, but it's a pretty big sign. So I guess we're not gonna be fishing Bear Lake today, but it's okay. It kind of looks like a front's moving in anyway, so we're gonna kind of try and hike over to Nymph Lake. It's not that far, hopefully. I think it's like half a mile or so, and fish there, see if we can't pick up some fish. We are currently walking down a road, an old gravel road, kind of out of the not out of the park, but out of all the lakes and stuff. That's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Definitely a longer one. Definitely, I mean, I would say the craziest adventure we've ever been on by far. That was insane. Now, what do you gotta say? He's tired. We're both tired, but it was absolutely incredible. Those cutthroat trout were so amazing to catch. They're so beautiful. We caught a couple of those really big ones on that one Odessa Lake. That was just, I can't even, I mean, there's no words to describe it. So hiking back, still have a beautiful view. It's incredible. Rocky Mountain National Park, if y'all want to come check it out, do the Hudson's Fishing Adventure loop. I will have a, I have a little highlighted kind of map of the loop that we did, the trails that we went on today. If you guys want to do the kind of the same route, I will warn you, it was intense. So I'm not liable. Just keep that in mind if you do it. It's a bus. It's one heck of a ride or a hike. So hope y'all enjoyed it though. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Until the next fishing adventure, peace out.